burlesque dancer is going to be a fairly easy makeup look, but it's still going to look really beautiful with your costume. First thing you want to do is moisturize your skin really well or use a primer, and then you can move on to foundation. This is Rimmel True Match Perfection. It's kind of a heavier foundation because you want to have a really smooth complexion, and I'm just putting it on the back of my hand and taking a brush and putting it all over my face. You can use a foundation brush, you can use a sponge, you can use your fingers if you don't have a brush. The brush I'm using is called a stippling brush. It's an e.l.f. brush. It's about $1. You can get one of these online, or sometimes you can find them in drugstores, and they just stipple the foundation onto your face, making it spread evenly. Next, you're going to want to conceal any imperfections to continue with this smooth skin look. I'm just using a Revlon concealer. It's a light concealer. You need to find the one that matches your skin tone, and just go in triangle shapes underneath your eye and cover up any places that might be red or where you have a blemish. And you're just going to rub that in with your fingers. Finishing off our smooth complexion, you're just going to use a translucent powder. This is Stay Matte by Rimmel, but you can use any translucent powder just to set that makeup in place and give your face a smoother look. Next, you're going to want to fill in your eyebrows. You can fill in your eyebrows with a powder or a pencil. If you don't have a powder or a pencil, you can fill them in with a eyeshadow that closely matches the color of the hair. You're going to want to prime your lids. I'm using a cream shadow in beige. You can also use concealer that's a little bit thicker. That will also make a nice primer for your eyes. And you're just going to put that all over your lid and up to your brow. Now you can start putting some color on your lids. The first color you want to use is going to be a sparkly light brown. You're just going to use a regular shadow brush. And put it all over your lid and up over your crease, like this. Using a thinner brush, this is called a crease brush from Unique, but you can use any brush as long as it's thin and has kind of that pencil edge. I'm going to define my crease using this darker gray color, and you're just going to drive it right where your crease is. If you don't have a crease, drive it where you would like your crease to be. You can create the illusion of having a crease just with shadow. You can build on that color until it's the way that you want it. And then you're going to take that same brush and get a dark black shadow. Very gently tap it on in the outer corner just to add a little bit more definition. You don't want too much. You don't want it to be too dark. Once you've tapped that black on, go back in with that fluffy shadow brush and blend it out going in toward your crease. You can see it comes out just a little bit up here from the crease, creating kind of a cat eye effect, but it's a very subtle one. Just make sure you blend that well. Taking a lighter shadow, more of a shimmer, you're going to want to get kind of a flat brush and just get on the inner corner there. So you're actually highlighting from here up towards that crease. Take that same shimmer color and put it underneath the brows down to where the gray shadow is. Now the most important part of this look is going to be a winged eyeliner. I am actually using a dark brown pencil instead of a black one because it's going to give us a less harsh looking line. Basically the easiest way to do it is to just start in the corner and start to draw that line out with short strokes. You're going to take your eye and pull it a little bit, making that line thicker, and then you're going to bring it up towards your brow. As you can see, you're creating kind of a triangle shape, and then you're coming back down. So to create the cat eye after you have your line as thick as you want it, you're just going to take and hold your eye up, coming from the outer corner. You want to draw a line going down. And then you're also going to want to connect that wing to your lower lash line. So just go back underneath. And that way it's all connected. This is just going to complete that dramatic look. This is a liquid liner from Wet n Wild. Go right along your lash line as close as you can. That's why you need a thin pencil. And where you made that kind of cat eye go around, take and flick it up. And then you're going to come down towards that lower line. So you have just a little bit of a flick. And see what that did is with the brown being most of the cat eye, it makes it not look as harsh. You're going to want to powder underneath your eyes again to catch any fallout that may have deposited itself there. Taking a nude or a white pencil, run it in the lower part of your eye just to brighten it up a bit. For the rest of your face, you're just going to want a nice glow. Taking a bronzer brush or a blush brush and just a bronzer that is light. You're going to want to put it in the hollows of your cheeks from the middle of your eye backwards. And up onto your temples across the forehead. Down the chin and underneath. Make sure you come from the corner of your mouth down. The reason you don't want to go past the middle of your eye is because it'll have the opposite effect, and instead of contouring your face, it'll make it look rounder. At least that's what has happened in my experience. Once you have bronzed, you can add a little bit of blush. This is just a pink blush. You don't want anything too crazy. You just want to add like a nice flush to your cheeks, like you've been dancing all night. I'm using my unique Fiber Lash mascara because it gives the appearance of false lashes. You can also use false lashes if you want to. Final step to this look is a red lip. You're going to want to take a red lip liner and line the outside of your lips to make sure that it doesn't feather. And you're going to want to fill them in to help the lipstick last longer. Using any red lipstick, it can be a darker one or a brighter one, that's your preference. And then I'm using a kind of reddish gloss to go over it, just to give it kind of a shiny look. And you are ready to dance the night away.